It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime-time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go from Wisconsin. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
Sending the tight end in motion left. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. That was Reed Blankenship making the stop. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 30 on 2nd down. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun now for Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And now it's 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. He's on the move. He's running for it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength, You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And it sets up second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronco. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Goddard makes the catch. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Motion man left is Brown. On third down, it's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's taken down at the 30. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On first down, Hurts. He's got Smith. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Nate Hobbs in on that stop.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Running back sent in motion. Hurts now from the gun. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
This one finds Goddard. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. On the move, headed right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. McCole Hardman now on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Packers taking the field now, their second series of the game coming up. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. First and 10 now from the 30. Love from the gun. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Zach Bond with the tackle. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up third down.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Man in motion here. Here he is on third and long. He's got a man left. And this one does not go far.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He has it at the 22. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. They've got first down from the 31. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. A play fake now hurts to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this third and long.
And the Packers at a 50-B out there for this third down play. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. First down, a run with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Barkley runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles pull out in front further, 13-zip. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs then, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott all set for the kickoff. Nixon now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Out now runs the Packer offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Love to throw. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And the Birds bring out the nickel look. 3rd down coming up. Throwing, Love. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there, and it'll be 1st down Packers.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Looking. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. A 5-yard gain helps, but they need a dozen now here on 3rd down.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Again, Daniel Whelan heading out for another punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought down by Quay Walker. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. This finds Smith. And he's brought down for a loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away, and that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he's gonna run for it! And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Packers will take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Handoff here to Jacobs. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Love out of the shotgun. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Love on 3rd and short. Forced out to his... This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, that was a coverage sack in just about every way imaginable. Offense spreads it out. Get everybody out into the routes, but the defense, they just would not relent. Even as he bailed from the pocket, trying to create lanes, they wouldn't give him any and get the huge sack, too.
Daniel Whelan on the punt. And he's going to effort this from his own goal line. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They're up 2 touchdowns and could make it a 3-score game here. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He's got it inside the 10. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Barkley will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Packers pick it up! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
That is such a gut punch as a quarterback. You put in so much work to get down near the goal line. And then you've got to take care of the football. You can't be reckless with the ball. Those defenders are looking to knock it free, and that's exactly what they did, keeping points off the board.
Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Completes this one to Kraft. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Cooper to Jean with the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
The Packers trying to hurry to the line. From the 28. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. Picked off by Quinion Mitchell. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
The Eagles about set to go on offense. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Nate Hobbs in on that stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 36. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
All set up now for 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. Finds a man right side. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Hurts throwing again. He's got Smith. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Hurts now from the gun. That's the first down, and he's still going. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. And there's the timeout from the offense. Just 4 seconds left to go. And that play, that should help them get some points here going into the half. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. The kick by Hopkins is good. It sails right through. A beautifully placed football.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So as we reach halftime, we see the visiting Eagles taking a lead into the break. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. On now is McManus to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So to begin the third quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's another carry for Barkley. Only working a couple of yards past the line. Edgerrin Cooper there to make the stop. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Short pass brought in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. He gets 6 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. This one finds Goddard. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. Steps up and he's running with it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Well, now this is certainly going to make 2nd and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss, but give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating, and it's going to make it a more difficult now 2nd and goal situation.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Hurts setting up to throw. Pass it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Barkley. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a 1-yard pickup there. Now a call to make on 4th and goal from the 1.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
The kick by Hopkins is good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Packers all set to get back out there. They haven't come up with an answer quite yet on the scoreboard, and they take over down 20-0. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think, how many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
Jacobs running behind center. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Only 2 yards on the run, and they're left with 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Love. This one taken in by Kraft. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Packers send out their punting unit. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Takes it in at the 26. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Rashawn Gary with that tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Option play, they give it to Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They've got a man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
The Eagles are in punt formation. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. His 1st punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they're going to take over possession. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Love. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Dobbs. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our 3rd quarter. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. It only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Throwing on first down, Love. That's Reed on the slant. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Love from the gun. This finds Dobbs. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Love to throw again. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Love out of the shotgun. Hits him on the out route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. To the air with Love. He's got it. And he's touchdown about 5 yards shy of that 1st down marker.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. They motion the tight end over. Love now on 3rd and goal. He's got it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Getting out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers get it back to within 2 possessions. Jordan Love, the touchdown. Well, Brock, not the way I imagine it was designed there on 4th and goal, but I don't think these coaches cared how he got the job done. Just make sure you get in for 6.
Yeah, really just 2 options here as the game speeds up down there, right? Find a throwing lane and execute quickly, or you better escape and make it happen with your legs. He didn't get the throwing lane, the coverage he wanted, so a great decision. You cannot hesitate. You got to go for it, and he sure did and use that athleticism for 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers drop the lead back to 13. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10, here's Hurts. That's Dotson with a catch out right. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down at the 30.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Eagles with a 13-point lead. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he gets this forward to the 19. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They go to Barkley again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. All right, here we go. Second down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Timeout taken by the Packers, their third and final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. On the handoff, it's Barkley. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 5 yards there on 3rd down, so that's going to make this 4th and short much more interesting.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. They run it with Saquon. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. Well, Brock, we knew they were confident in the lead-up, that they could contend despite the hostile crowd they were going to face today, and boy, did they ever. Once they got going, they showed out, they backed up that confidence, and they leave here with a victory.
Oh, it takes so much work, Kate, so much work, even beyond what people hear about through the week or see in the game itself, to overcome somebody defending their home field. You need to be playing at your highest level, and you need to BYOE, bring your own energy. Whenever you take it on the road and you win one, gosh, it feels so good. What a signature victory.